Is SEO dead, and why AEO is the new game for small businesses to gain visibility in the artificial intelligence era? My name is Scott Spalding, and I wanted to come on here real fast and give you all a quick insight on the differences between AEO and SEO. Are traditional SEO tactics still enough, or is AI changing the game completely? In this short episode, I'm going to break down the difference between SEO, which is search engine optimization, and AEO, or answer engine optimization, and why it matters more than ever for your small business to try to get noticed. In this quick episode, we're going to learn what you need to do differently in a world where Google, ChatGPT, Perplexity, and all of these other AI platforms, and even voice assistants or artificial intelligence assistants or AI assistant browsers um, will answer. What kind of answers will they give you instead of just a list full of businesses or organizations? So, this episode is going to be perfect for creators, solopreneurs, marketers, AI curious entrepreneurs, or anyone that's just trying to stay ahead without breaking the bank. So you can join this conversation if you're viewing this on other platforms like YouTube or Instagram or any other platform. But if you're on Facebook and you're not part of this group, I have a group called AI on a Budget where we talk about AI techniques, strategies, tactics, and things that you can do if you are on a limited budget for your life, for your business, and for your profession in order to be able to optimize AI in your world. So, most people think that SEO is still the key to online visibility, but what if I told you that the biggest platforms like Google, YouTube, and even ChatGPT aren't just ranking websites anymore? They're answering questions directly from those platforms. So if your business isn't optimized for that, you are completely invisible these days. This episode is short, it's sharp, and it's essential, but it's especially useful if you are building visibility on a tight budget. So, what is SEO versus AEO? SEO is the optimization or the way to optimize or rank you higher on a search. So, whether it's an organization or a business that you have, you can use blog posts, keywords, backlinks, other strategies and techniques in order to boost your ranking through those searches on Google search, Microsoft, on Bing, any of those types of search engines. AEO is a result or strategy to optimize your answers within an AI platform or through an AI agent or assistant. So it's direct responses in Google snippets, ChatGPT, Perplexity, other AI platforms, Alexa, and so forth. Some real world examples would be when someone types best tools for solopreneurs. If they just type that in, an AI platform, what are those results going to be? Well, an SEO, if it's in a search engine, SEO wants to look for blogs and things like that on the first page of your website or somewhere earlier in your websites. But AEO wants your answer to be quoted instantly. So, why does AEO matter in the age of artificial intelligence? Well, platforms now prioritize contextual summarized answers. So, what this means is it's the rise of zero click searches or minimal click. So, a user, if they never visit your website, what are the things that the artificial intelligence is going to pick up on very quickly in order to boost your ranking within an AI result? So it could be voice search plus an AI assistant that answers aren't necessarily listings. But if you're not shaping your content to be pulled as an answer, you're going to be missing traffic. So the key differences between SEO and AEO are: SEO uses keywords, links, and long form blog content in order to boost your ranking. AEO uses clarity, authority, structured data like FAQ sections, bullets, maybe like from an outline or some type of schema on your website, on your landing page, or some other source, online source that you have, so that it can run through very quickly, be able to analyze that, and then use that to boost your answer in any search on an AI platform or through an AI agent or AI assistant. So AL friendly formats are short answers. They're how-tos, listicles, snippets, schemas, outlines, those types of things. Really, really short. So how do you start with AEO without a big budget? So we could use tools like ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Perplexity, Claude, any of those AI platforms to test your content's visibility. And you could just ask it, would you recommend whatever it is, whatever industry that you're in, whatever your business name is, whatever your actual name, if your personal branding is out there really well. So you would just ask, would you recommend blank? And then see what it comes up with. So I'm going to show you an example of that here in just a moment. But you want to format your blog, your video, your FAQ content in more of a snippet ready structure, very short, very organized structure, so that the AI can read through it very, very quickly. If you don't have an FAQ section on your website or on your landing page, go ahead and add that and answer specific questions that are related to your niche or niche, depending on whether you're from the United States or France or somewhere in Europe. We say niche here in the US, they say niche over there. But you want to repurpose your YouTube shorts, your reels on social media, or voice search ready snippets into just very, very short sections. So I'm going to show you an example here in just a moment of a little experiment or test that I did on myself and my new AI business. So um, if you're curious how AEO works or could work in your niche or niche, I want you to do two things. Try using an AI platform like ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Claude, Perplexity, any popular AI platform out there, and ask it a question who your ideal customer or a question that your ideal customer might ask, and see if your name, product, or content shows up. So share what you find in the comments of this video, whether it's on YouTube or in the Facebook group. Love to hear what you end up with your results. This group is free on Facebook, AI on a Budget. So please feel free to join, follow, and get involved. But I'll be posting, in fact, I already posted this morning or earlier today about a little bit about AEO and some things that you can use, even some free tools that you can use to optimize your AEO so it pops up better on any AI platform. So let me share a quick little example or showing of the experiment I ran on my own business. So I went to Google Gemini, um, and really just to get an idea of some of the questions I could ask, I typed in Google Gemini. And for those of you who aren't familiar with prompting, I always like to give it a role. I give it context and background. I give it a task, and then I ask it, or I tell it to ask me any questions. And so I told it basically, you're an SEO expert. I typed in my outline for what the podcast or this video was going to be about, and then it gave me three examples that I could use. And so I asked, who is Scott Spalding, and what does he teach small business owners about AI? So I entered that into ChatGPT, and this is what it came up with. Now, I don't know if it's because I've used ChatGPT a lot and I've inputted this information in there before, but it actually did come up with some decent information about what I do. Positioned himself as an AI coach, strategist, implementer for small business owners and solopreneurs. This picked up a post actually that I made last night within the Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi summit that's coming up called the AI Advantage. And so I entered in a post within that community on school, and it picked that up. And so it, for some reason, thought that that was my business name or somehow I was associated with it, but it did engage with it because of how I formatted that post. It says I live in Arlington, Texas, and a bunch of other stuff that it found, like my LinkedIn posts and some other things. I also tried it on Claude. Now, I don't use Claude a whole lot, so this was a perfect example of a very a good I can't even think of the word right now, but when you use a in the scientific method you use a baseline. So it didn't have reliable information about me because I'm still new. There's still a lot of things that I need to do to improve my AEO and even my SEO. But it started picking up several other Scott Spaldings that are involved in AT&T and T and telecommunications, other parts of business, like I think a veterinary software company and various other industries. So it didn't know a whole lot about me. So obviously that's some things that I can improve on when it comes to my AEO. And I even tried, let's see, I'm going to bump to Perplexity. And this is Perplexity Comet. It's the free version. If you bump up to the max version, it has an AI assistant that is pretty incredible. It is $200 a month, but if you have a bigger budget, you can use this Perplexity Comet as an AI assistant, and it will work just like a virtual assistant or executive assistant. It will perform tasks for you, optimize your email. There's some incredible things that it can do. So if you do have the budget for it, I would highly suggest you look at AI browsers, but specifically Perplexity Comet and Claude's new AI format um, coordinates with Google Chrome. So both of those are really, really good right now. But as fast as AI is evolving, it could be another platform, next week or even tomorrow. So um, AI browsers are pretty incredible. But it too also picked up, this is Perplexity Comet again. It picked up that other Scott Spalding, which is, I thought it said specifically where this guy was from, but he's from another part of the country and does something completely different than what I do. It also picked up my post from the AI Advantage Summit that's coming up with Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi. So it didn't quite get specific to me, but it did pick up a few things. So once again, those are some things that I can improve on. But if we go back to SEO, I did a Google search and I did a search on Microsoft Bing and I typed in the exact same question. It picked up very minimal about me, and it did pick up my Facebook group and a few other small things that were on other pages that didn't pop up on this front page. So obviously, I could improve my SEO, um, but this other one picked up seasoned sales leader. I believe that's the other guy, this guy from the New York metropolitan area. So, in any case, I did want to get on here and just show you the difference between SEO and AEO and how, if you are a marketing agency, representative, owner, or if you're a business owner, you really need to start planning now for AEO optimization and what you can do in order to improve your results and what will pop up in responses on AI platforms. But to wrap this up, SEO isn't exactly dead, but it is evolving fast. And AEO, or Answer Engine Optimization, is the next wave. And it's smarter, it's faster, and it's built for AI powered web. If you're a small business owner trying to show up without spending thousands on ads or agencies, this stuff is what will level the playing field for you. So again, if you're viewing this on AI on a budget, I hope you got something from this. If not, please feel free to join my Facebook community. It's free. I try to give tips and tricks on a daily basis about how you can use AI on a budget-friendly budget. So, we're building visibility the smarter way, and I encourage you to keep building, keep learning, and keep moving forward.